Welcome back to another episode of Real Estate Talk with Tisha, where I am joined again in this multi-part series on home financing with my friend and favorite colleague, David DeCourcy of Seacliff Mortgage. Thanks for joining us. So we've talked about the pre-qualification versus pre-approval process. We've found our perfect home and gone over the overview of what happens during escrow in terms of the loan process. But now I wanted to take some time out to demystify the loan pricing process. So there's a point in the transaction where you're going to lock a mortgage rate. And people are always trying to shop for the best rates. They always want the lowest rate possible. But there really is some understanding that needs to happen about how mortgages are priced. So I want you, David, to talk to our viewers about par pricing, about loan buy downs, and lender credits.
Great. Thank you. Mortgages are commodities, just like soybeans, orange juice, things of that nature.
Right.
And the prices associated with mortgages go up and down based on the market.
Right.
So
they're changing every day.
100%. Mm-hmm. And so when you get to the point where you lock that loan, what you're doing is you are locking that place in the market so that you're protected from any downside movement or any upside movement. You are locked in, and that is the rate that you are going to get, and it's the costs associated with it.
So it's taking out the volatility.
100%.
So when you're doing a pre-approval, you usually pre-approve at a particular rate, but it's the cost of that rate that might be different depending on the timing of the market.
Absolutely. That is correct. If you pre-qual and then 2 weeks later you go to lock, that particular interest rate could be more or less expensive.
Okay. So explain to the viewers what's par pricing.
Par pricing is basically neutral. And what that means to you is that you don't have to pay any additional money for that rate, and the bank is not offering you any credit for that rate. It's basically neutral break-even pricing.
Break-even pricing. So in what circumstances, if I wanted to pay lower, if I wanted my mortgage payment to be lower every month, can I do something to make my interest rate lower?
Yes. What you can do is buy your interest rate down. Okay. And basically you bring in extra money, and that extra money allows that interest rate to go lower in increments of 1/8 of a percentage point. It's important to make sure that the amount of money that you're spending is going to be justified by the amount of money that you're saving. Okay.
So you bring in extra money at a closing, your interest rate goes down. That means your payment goes down. So there's an amount of money from par pricing that you can calculate as a savings, right?
That is correct.
So you save, say, $100 a month.
That $100 a month, you have to be able to break even within 2 years. Meaning, if you're paying more than $2,400 to save $100 a month, it's not really a good financial move.
Okay.
Conversely, you can take a higher interest rate, and the bank can...
Why would somebody do that?
Because if they need additional money to come in and help close the loan, the credit that the bank offers for a higher rate can be applied directly towards your closing costs.
To help pay for their closing costs, and therefore the money out of their pocket then is going to be a little bit less.
That is correct. Their money from their pocket is going to be used exclusively for the down payment. So what that means is that allows you to maximize your dollars in terms of how much house you can buy.
Fantastic. So there you have it. Demystifying the loan pricing process. Every loan is not the same, and so you really do need to consult with a professional to kind of figure out what is the best scenario for you. Does it make sense to take par pricing, or does it make sense to pay a little bit extra to lower your monthly interest rate, or do you need a little bit of help with your closing costs and maybe you take a higher interest rate to get that help from the lender?
Absolutely.
So those are your three options. Thanks for joining us on this episode of Real Estate Talk with Tisha. And should you need any assistance and further consultation about loan pricing or any financial needs, you can contact David DeCourcy at
714-389-8750.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.